Hello everybody, this is Godzilla here, and today I will be reviewing what is possibly the most unique Godzilla figure made by NECA. Now why is he unique? Well, that's because this particular incarnation of the King never appeared in any of the movies, but the video game for the Nintendo Entreatment System, or NES for short, Godzilla Monster of Monsters. Now I've never played the game myself. In fact, the first time I ever heard of it was through James Rolfe as the angry video game nerd. However, the game really began to click with me a year later after I heard the narration of the NES Godzilla creepypasta by Goji73 and originally written by Cosmidaf. The figure was released back in 2015, and although I was intrigued by it, I heard some people say that it wasn't a good looking figure. But every year I annually watch Goji73's narration on NGC for Halloween, and it wouldn't be until 2019 when I finally caved in and added him to my wish list. And I got him for Christmas of that year. And a good thing that I did so, because less than a year later, NECA lost the license to make Godzilla figures, and thus this model has sadly now been retired. Although I think there may be some places that still sell the last of NECA's Godzilla figures. Onto the model itself. Despite what some folks were saying about the figure, I do have a soft spot for him, as it's extremely rare when we actually see Godzilla in blue. The paint job has really captured the 8-bit feel, having different shades of blue, and the eyes have been painted red. They're not really like that in the game, but I think they're meant to make him look a lot more threatening. The teeth and claws are white, and the tongue is red. The artwork for the game cover seems to depict him as the original 1954 Godzilla, and the 8-bit model appears to show that too, but with larger dorsal spines. However, this figure came out in 2015, like I said earlier, and Godzilla was released a year later. So as a result, 8BitGoji, as I call him, possesses the head of the 84 Godzilla instead of 54. On one hand, I think I could see where NECA was going when making this model, as the 84 incarnation was seen in, well, 1984 or 85 in The Return of Godzilla, if you're an American. And Godzilla Monster of Monsters was released for the Nintendo Entreatment System in 1988. So 8BitGoji is a mixed hybrid between 84 and 88, where he really should be 54 Godzilla. Hindsight is a wonderful thing, they say, and perhaps it would have been better if NECA released Godzilla first and 8BitGoji later. But if you're a customizer, then maybe you could purchase two of both figures off eBay, even though that may cost you an arm and a leg, swap the heads around and paint them. Even though I now don't mind him with 84's head, it has grown on me. Originally it did bother me, but since nowadays I don't really care for accuracies, I think it looks good on him. So size comparison time. Now sadly, NECA never did an NES Mothra to go alongside him, and if they had the chance before the license expired, then I'm sure that at some point down the line, they would have covered her too. But I do have 3 of the Kaiju who appeared as bosses in the game, such as Bandai Creations Showa Mechagodzilla, Revoltech Baragon, and of course Bandai Movie Monster Series Gigan that we covered back in March of this year, link below. And for the fun of it, here are some of the other Kaiju who appeared as bosses in the NES Godzilla creepypasta, one of them being Gorosaurus, the link to his review will be in the description below, and of course his best buddy, Anguirus. So final thoughts on the NECA NES Godzilla / 8BitGoji. Out of all the Godzilla figures that I own in my collection, this has got to be the most unique looking incarnation of the King by far. In fact, he is so unique that I would go as far to say that he is NECA's Godzilla equivalent to Counter Option's Dalek Guard. Even though, like I said earlier, they should have done Godzilla himself first and 8BitGoji a year afterwards. This is the one and only 8BitGoji figure ever. There is no other like him and he stands alone. However, if you wish to make a custom of him, then by all means go ahead. And if you want a Godzilla figure that will stand out from the rest of the crowd, then this will be for you if you can find him. This is Godzilla signing out. Take care and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.